Hi, I'm Lori Betts. Welcome to Golden Years. And this show, I am going out of my comfort zone. I am stepping out of the box, and I am going to interview Tiffany from Think It. And we're going to learn about tattoos and the likes, the dislikes, and maybe after the show you might call her up and get one.
There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey.
Hi, I'm Lori Betts. I'm interviewing Tiffany from Think It Tattoo. Thanks for joining me this month.
My pleasure.
Okay, so this is not in my area. I could talk to you about wheelchairs, walkers, lifelines, caregiving, everything else. But tattoos, I have never gone down that road. But you see many, many people having them. And I know they either love it or they hate it from a personal point of view. So, now number one, how did you get involved in doing tattoos?
I started when I was 17. Here I am 30 years later, still doing it, and just thought it was something for me.
Were you like an artist at the beginning as a little kid? Did you like to draw?
I loved it.
Okay.
And that's how I spent all my free time. When I wasn't playing outside, I was drawing.
Awesome.
On the walls, on the floor, on my friends.
So you probably got yelled at on the walls.
A bit.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I know there's many, many tattoos, and you have many people who are like weaklings and who don't like pain, because I'm sure there is pain involved, correct?
A little bit, obviously.
So, and there are small tattoos and there's big tattoos. So, tell me, well, let me ask you this. What was your youngest customer to your oldest client?
Oh, my youngest. Just for tattooing or piercing too?
Let's do tattooing.
Probably about 15.
All right.
And I don't want to go, and 15's really pushing it too. But my oldest, mid-80s.
God bless him. And that was their first tattoo then at 80s?
Yes.
So people come to you and they say, okay, I just lost my hubby. What can you suggest that I want to have something on me to remember him?
Generally, people come to me with their ideas, whether it's, a lot of people will get their signatures. I had a client that got a note that her husband had put in her lunchbox. And she brought the note in, and I made a stencil, and we put it on her arm forever.
And that's something special that she will have with her all the time. So like...
Won't lose the note.
Yeah, really? Oh my. Time-wise, I mean, it could take...
Anywhere from 5-10 minutes for a little signature thing, and, upwards to several hours, depending on how intricate and big and detailed it is.
And you said you created a lot of them yourself.
Yeah, I've done a lot of drops. Most of the time, like I said, people will bring, their ideas to me, and I work with them that way.
Wow. All right, how long have you been here down on Manhattan?
Since 2018, and prior to that, I was right at the corner of Manhattan for about 15 years. The building was knocked down when they built the school.
Oh, okay.
So I just-
All right. Okay. So has anyone ever said, okay, you're in the middle of it? Well, maybe not in the middle of it. Maybe the first 5 minutes. Stop. I'm done. I can't do it. I mean, my mind would wander. When I go to the dentist, I can't stand it. Just that drill. Do you talk to people, or do you put a headset on them? Do you gag them? What do you do?
It all depends now. No, generally, I will talk, if it makes people more comfortable. Sometimes people just want to sit there in silence and have a headset on. Or they bring friends, and their friends will keep them company. But yeah, I've never had anybody just say, stop, don't do this, I can't do it anymore.
I'd be your first person.
Let's find out. We can do that as a show. You come
There you. Oh no, thank you, no, thank you. So, when people come in with an idea, is there like your average? You had mentioned one lady did the initials of the grandchildren, the arm.
Oh.
So then every time she had a grandchild, she just had an initial put on there.
Yeah, she would add another little letter, and
Wow, I hope she stopped having grandchildren.
well, it could be a whole.
That is pretty coloring too, though. So are the colorings your ideas too, or?
Now with that, she had brought, a picture of a violet, and I just kind of,
Complimented the colors.
and just worked with it, and and then when she came back for, to add it, and I added the other violet, we kind of blended them a little bit so they all were matchy-match.
That's a good idea. So, like I see a lot of guys, big guys, with the tattoos from the Army, the Navy. So, do you create those, or you just go with the standard emblem, or?
Well, I had, it depends as far as, what they want. I mean, there's all different kinds of military tattoos, and and he was in the Air Force years ago and got that one, for his, past service.
Can you remove a tattoo? Let's say I was in love with Shirley, and Shirley kind of upset me and got involved with Tommy, and so you want Shirley's name ripped off. So how?
Generally, with tattoo removal, it requires multiple sessions and like laser type removal. I have done cover-ups, of names and things like that, which is cool.
Which you have to be creative, because you gotta. And I'm sure if they want it covered up or just out of their mind, they're going to have to leave it up to you, the artist, to say, what can you do for me?
I mean, a name should be something that, is a loved one, a kid, memoriam, not a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Really, who are temporary sometimes. What about pets? Do people put pets on their arm?
Yeah, I've done many dog portraits, or even just paw prints with the names.
Oh, after they pass, or
Sometimes when they're still around.
So anything can be tattooed. You can be creative, and as long as you can draw it.
Absolutely, anything.
Okay, so what happens when the person let's say weight gain, when their skin spreads? I mean, what happens to the tattoo?
Depending on how much the skin stretches, not much. I have seen where, somebody had, put on considerable amount of weight, and the tattoo just kind of got a little bigger, but faded a bit. But, they don't change drastically. I mean, they do, they will fade and, change as, the years go on, but.
So then again, you can probably touch it up or cover it up, or.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely cover it up. And I've also done, cover-ups when people have gotten tattoos, you know, in their younger, wilder days, and you know, it's this little faded. You're like, what was that? And I've done many cover-ups and just made it something pretty again that they could be happy with.
So who's your, what I want to say, your most frequent person coming in, the men or the women?
I would say women.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if they're coming to me because I am a woman too, or if
Well, that's a very good point. That's a good point.
yeah, or if it's just something that, you know, women are like, I don't care, I'm getting tattooed.
Are there many of you out there?
Female artists? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean there's a lot. I mean, not when I started, but there's a lot of us now.
Wow. I guess it's just not a avenue I went down. So the nervous person that I would be, do you just say, okay, stop, you know, we're gonna take a breath, or?
Yeah, I'll let people, you know, take breathers, little breaks if they need to, but generally the quicker it's done, the faster it's over with, the better. But it's really not as bad as what most people are anticipating.
I know my girlfriend, when she turned 60, she said, okay, I'm going out, I'm doing it. I am getting a tattoo, because their kids both had one. And she's like, if they can do it, I can do it. And I said, you go, girl.
What did she get done?
I think she got the heart.
Okay.
So I just never had the desire to. But I see the tattoo parlors all over. You know, they come and go. And when we had the company, GTB, we used to repair the sterilizers for them. They used to buy needles. It's interesting. It's, I guess it's a world I just never tapped. So, how many tattoos do you do in a day?
Generally just a few. I mean, but lately, you know, they're large scale, so I can only get, you know, a few hours here, a few hours there.
Okay.
But unless they're, you know, little ones, and then you do 40. But no, I've never done 40 in a day.
That's too much, too much, too much. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back and ask more questions.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbe.org.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff.
That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Hi, welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Tiffany from Think It. She is a tattoo artist specialist here in Brunswick. And since I have never had one before in my life, and nor I can't say I will, but you never know what's down the road, she is sharing me some little incidents, not to be fearful, it's painless. And she's sharing some pictures with me. So we are going to look at before and afters. Like, so if someone comes in and says, okay, this is faded, I never really liked it at the beginning, what can you do to cover it up and start over? So you're showing me this one. That's a pony, I think, with the star.
A not too well done Pegasus that she had done many, many, many years ago. And I don't think it probably looked that great many, many years ago. And and it was right on her chest, and she was not very proud of it. So we
You redid this.
yeah, she made something a little prettier.
Very pretty. That's like night and day. And I'm sure this took a little bit of thinking on your part, or did she know what she wanted in mind to cover that, or?
Yeah, she gave me the idea, and we just kind of
went with it.
Yeah. Yeah, although you can see there's a teeny little bit of the pony.
Oh, the pony's still there, yeah.
But
so it'll always stay with you, but it'll fade. It'll get lighter and lighter through the years.
Yeah, and at least it's distracted away from that now.
Very good. Okay, and here's another tattoo. Hubby died, so she decided she wanted to put Herb on her arm. Upper arm? No, lower.
Yeah, it was right on her forearm, and she would wear a little button that looked just like that. And she, she was afraid of losing it, and it was her first tattoo, and her grandkids brought her in, and she...
God bless her.
No, she'll never lose it.
So are areas of the body, certain areas more sensitive than the other?
Absolutely.
So what's your most sensitive part?
The most sensitive, would generally be, the ribs. Some people say the top of the feet, ankle bones.
Oh yeah, ankle bones, yeah.
Underarm, that's very sensitive.
Wow. All right. And not the ear? The ear, would that be? No?
No, surprisingly not. I mean, I've done a lot of, behind the ear and, little tattoos inside the ears. And, they usually say it's just the noise that bothers them.
Oh, that noise would. I can't stand the dentist drill, let alone. And what about tattoo eyebrows?
Yeah, I've done a bit of those. I mean, a lot of women, just as we age, our eyebrows tend to thin out, or, we've overplucked them and they just give up and don't grow back anymore. And, I've done the tattooing to where, you don't have to worry about, wiping your eyebrows off through the day.
Oh, yeah. But does does the gray come in eventually, or how, doesn't the hair keep growing?
Well, if the hair's, basically not growing anymore, and, they're just a little more fuller, or they, the tattoo will fade a bit over, a few years or so, and you have to have them, redone a little bit, but it's a lot easier than drawing them on.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. But tattooing them is time saving. Once you get them done, then you don't have to worry about plucking them and looking beautiful all the time. All right, here's another one. You have the heart, and then it was switched over to the butterfly.
Oh yeah. She never really liked, and actually I think that is supposed to be a little butterfly next to the hearts.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, she was never happy with it, and she wanted something, a little prettier and more delicate, because it is just kind of a, just smushed on there. And so we covered it up with the butterfly, and she's very happy. And
it looks very nice, very pretty, very pretty. So what happens if someone's on Coumadin? Do you have to be very careful? Do you?
Yeah, I have tattooed people that were taking, blood thinners. It's mostly, your doctors, what would be the word?
Prescription advice or?
Advice, yes.
Advice, okay. All right.
I would definitely, if it's, healing issues or bleeding issues, it's something that you would want to consult with your doctor about. But, I had a client that would just and he talked to his doctor about it, but he would stop taking the Coumadin for a little while, and just followed his doctor's orders, and we tattooed quite extensively on his forearms, pretty large pieces that took multiple sessions. I mean, it was, a few hours here, a few hours there, over like the course of, probably a couple of years that we, covered his forearms like that. It wasn't just all
at one time.
Yeah.
Because some of these are time consuming. This one, Jesus Christ. I mean, how long did that take?
That took roughly about 4 hours, I would say.
So do you, the artist, do you have to take a break in between?
Yes.
I mean, that's got to be draining on you.
Yeah, I mean, generally, I only like working, maybe 4 hours at a time, on people, just because your skin gets very sore and angry after hours of repeated trauma to it. But as an artist, I mean, I'll take little breaks here and there, and
you'd have to.
Yeah, do a little stretch break. Let the client get up and stretch around. It's kind of needed.
So when they leave, what is their care after they first get the tattoo?
I put a clear, well, it's called Tegaderm.
Oh, Tegaderm. Okay, all right.
And we'll bandage it with the Tegaderm. And generally, you'd want to leave that on.
These are several boxes of Tegaderm.
I get the big rolls.
Oh, the big. Okay.
But you can leave it on anywhere from a couple of days to 4 days. And when you take it off, and just wash it and start putting a little bit of lotion on it, and it's almost healed by that point. And a little bit of flaking, a little bit of itching.
Oh, I'm sure.
The itching's probably the worst part.
Okay. Okay, you told me before we started filming, you had a person who lost his leg, and what did you create?
Yeah, so he had lost his leg in a motorcycle accident, and he wanted a shark put on it instead. He said it was better than an F-150 grill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
how neat though! What a conversation piece.
Yeah, so it looks like a shark's coming up his thigh and chomping on him, and
And you obviously had to create that one, right?
Yes. It was a very interesting tattoo.
I bet. That had to be neat to see. That's cool. Do you have like consultations? Do people come in and say, okay, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo?
Oh, absolutely.
And then they come back maybe 2 days later, a month later, a year later?
Whenever they're ready. But like I said, most people, when they make up their mind and they're like, I'm going to do this. I mean, like your friend, I have a lot of, bucket lists.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Get tattooed, jump out of an airplane. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Do I want to get tattooed or jump out of the airplane? Probably tattooed.
Do them both. At the same time.
Oh, there you go. Let's see. That'll really be a mess. Okay, so what advice do you want to leave my viewers if they're thinking of it? And age does not matter. Well, older age does not matter. I don't want to talk any kids into it, so older age.
Yes, no kids. Let's see, advice.
Do people tattoo shop?
Yeah. As far as, tattoo shopping, I mean, if you're shopping around for a cheap tattoo, not the best idea. But, your best bet, is going with somebody that you trust, and whether, you trust them because someone that they've already tattooed. Let's see. I don't know. Make sure it's something you're going to want forever.
Because yes, you can change things, but you want it to last.
Let's see.
So obviously people do come in and get the small one first, and then they reach out to a variety.
Not all the time.
Really?
I've known people that their first tattoo was
Their last?
whole back piece.
Oh. And that had to be a good 4 hours or more, or sessions.
Yes. Yeah, it started off with like a 8-hour session and was several 8-hour sessions.
So what do people do after they get this beautiful tattoo? Is there aftercare that they have to keep up with?
Once it's healed, which takes, maybe 2-3 weeks or so, putting like a sunblock or something on it if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. Because you definitely don't want it burnt because it will fade it. Like anything, it's going to fade in the sun. But yeah, I mean, once it's there, it's pretty much there forever. It will look a little bit dry sometimes, and just a little bit of lotion, helps liven it up a bit.
Perk it up.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty minimal, the aftercare, once it's healed.
All right. So they just should look for, like, what if it turns like, okay, I'm talking out of the box, like red, real red or anything? Do people get any allergic reactions? Rare? Or?
Yeah, the allergic reactions, I mean, are pretty minimal. I mean, you do have a little bit of redness and swelling, immediately after the procedure. But, yeah, that goes down, like the swelling and redness goes down within like, a few days or so. So
And it probably depends too if the body's going to stretch, what part of the area you did it. Okay. Well, Tiffany, thank you for joining me this month. You were very easy to talk to, and now I learned a whole different field. I won't be calling you real soon, but I might think about it. Well, thank you for joining us this month. And if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, call up Tiffany, and she'll give you suggestions or listen to your questions.
absolutely.
So we'll see you next month.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.